randomly in the middle of the night, Zord turned to me and said, "Hey, you want to do an anime podcast?" 2:00 in the morning. And like an idiot, I agreed to this, so here I sit.
You're not an idiot. You're beautiful, and I love you.
Yeah.
Okay, so the idea of this is that at one point in our marriage, we used to watch anime a lot.
God, yes.
Like, a tremendous amount of anime, a lot. And we kind of lost that rhythm of watching anime together.
You've lost that love. Okay, sorry, I'm better now. That is fantastic, and I'm really kind of glad that the words at the bottom that are covered.
There we go, perfect.
It just says hi in the middle.
Hi. We're not going to go into what that actually says.
Yeah, no.
And we used to watch a lot of anime together. I mean, that's how we spent a lot of our first couple of years together. Well, NC Champ, you're about to learn a lot about anime then. So it's a bonus.
It's a bonus?
It's a bonus.
Waggle your eyebrows like that again. Do it. Thank you.
I can't. My eyelids stuck together.
Oops. What the hell is that?
D4.
Okay.
I need to find an image to put behind us.
Oh, that's what you're looking for?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Oh. Excuse me.
And now we've both been drinking a lot of Mountain Dew, so here we are with the burping.
Yep.
Anyhow, yes, we watched a lot of anime whenever we first started.
There we go.
Dating, and then we got married and all that stuff, and then, life happened, and suddenly we didn't spend time together at, all. That we were getting to that, Mr. Meow Meow. My first
hold on.
anime. I was just
We're still explaining the premises of this.
No, we don't. We're going to talk about anime and stuff.
Well, we are,
but not
I mean,
shit, but stuff.
Okay, so basically what it is we're finally getting back to the point where we're starting to watch anime again with each other and hang out and spending more time. And this is just a good way for me to get her on stream so she'd stop bitching at me. I meant so that way, she can be part of it. And we talk about stuff we like. So we're going to go into...
This is not... I do not bitch at you.
Anyways. So yeah, we're going to talk about our first animes and what got us into anime. Kira's going to tell her story first because it's far more amusing than mine.
It is not even remotely amusing.
It's very funny.
There is nothing funny about tentacle porn. Right. So, my first anime that I ever watched was quite naturally Orokusokudoji, because everyone needs to watch hours and hours of tentacle porn.
Orokusokudoji, that's a hentai, just so you know. And hentai, if you don't know what hentai is anime porn.
Yes. And I've watched the entire series from beginning to end.
Uh-huh.
And then sort of discovered other fun stuff, like Crying Freeman is my absolute favorite. Hands down, I tortured the poor guys at... Where were we? We lived here, so it was Planet Comics.
No, I picked up Crying Freeman at AWA.
No. I have the manga.
Oh, for the mangas. Yeah. Planet Comics.
There was a lot of just general torture that went on because I wanted the manga, and they, of course, didn't have the manga, and then there were naked people in the manga, so they had to hide it. But it's not a hentai, it's just an adult-themed...
Manga. It's about a hitman that kills people.
With tattoos. I mean, he doesn't kill them with tattoos. He has tattoos while he kills them.
And he sleeps with everybody, just about.
He sure does. He's very
including
busy.
the big girl.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah,
he sleep with the big girl?
He does.
Yes. And I'm not talking like she's a big girl. No. I'm talking like,
She's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And, the big girl, 4 of me.
Yeah. And he gives it to her.
Happily.
Oh, yeah. Just gives it to her. Hard.
Thank you, Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so his wife's tattooed, too, and, badass.
Yes. So that's Crying Freeman. You should check it out. What is it, like 6 episodes? It's a miniseries.
It's a mini-series. The manga is 5 books.
Yep. And the anime is 6 episodes, I believe. It's actually really good. And they did a live action version of it with Chow Yun-fat years ago in the 90s, and it's actually really worth watching, in my opinion.
The anime is like late 80s anime, so it has that really, really amazing, like, if you went into the mall in the 80s, this is what everything looked like appearance.
Yes.
Yes. Bad colors and shapes and things. I like being in the corner.
No. All right, so my first experience with anime was when I would go up and visit my grandmother in South Carolina, or go down and visit my grandmother in South Carolina when we lived in Massachusetts on Sunday mornings, or Saturday mornings, excuse me. Sci-Fi Channel used to play, what was it called? Saturday morning Japanimation Explosion, where they would show anime in the mornings on Saturdays. And I woke up early enough, and my grandmother was naturally sitting there watching anime. We were watching Iria, Zerum the Animated. And then we went on to watch Gargoyles and a whole bunch of other cartoons. My grandmother was awesome. She's gone now. She died in 98, which is really sad, and I truly miss her. But it was awesome, man. She introduced me to anime, and I found it as I could growing up. I mean, I was probably like 7, 8 years old when I first saw my first anime, and then my uncle showed me Ninja Scroll. Actually, he showed everybody Ninja Scroll when I was like 9.
I was about 16.
Yeah. And then I just kind of found them as they came along. This show here, that show there, Dragon Ball Z. The standard issue for 90s kids growing up for anime. Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Reboot, which is a Canadian show, but that's okay. It's still awesome. And
then we were in high school, like all the Pokemon.
Yep, all the Pokemon.
Oh gosh, all the Pokemon.
All the Pokemon. Right. Anyways,
chew it up, dude.
So from there, I mean, it just was kind of like an addiction for me. I loved anime, still love it. And as of now, we just finished a series. We finished a couple series, but we're going to talk about 3 or 4 of them for this show. One of them is either going to be Erased, or Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? I probably butchered the name of that show. And then we're going to individually talk about the shows we're watching by ourselves, because I'm watching Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphan, and she's already watched Beautiful Bones, and what was the other one?
Trinity 7.
And Trinity 7.
Because Trinity 7 is fantastic if you need a show with a guy with enough magic to blow off a girl's clothes.
Fan service. Speaking of fan service, if you have not watched High School of the Dead...
Oh, God.
12 episodes of nothing but fan service and zombies. You really can't go wrong.
They're shiny, though. I mean, like, we could set up a slip and slide and just slide. We could shoot the girls through the zombies. Because they're so shiny. They look like they're smeared in baby oil. We could just make this... Thanks, Kelly. Oh, Jesus, monster.
But yeah, High School of the Dead is always a good one to watch. And they finally confirmed the 2nd season. I'm super excited.
Are you?
Yes.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
Say it again.
All the fan service. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is my train of thoughts derailed.
Slip and slides?
Yeah, no.
Baby oil. I've never understood that particular thing is a thing.
I don't get it either.
I mean,
wouldn't that make it complicated?
It would make it complicated.
I mean, you would be like, yeah, whoa, shit, I slid off the bed.
Exactly. And, dude, you're hairy. No.
That would take me forever to clean off.
It would, and you would smell like a baby forever. See, that just doesn't do it for me.
I'd be like a baby bear. All hairy and oily. Okay. Back on track.
I broke Zord.
I just can't even.
You can't even?
Somebody get my Uggs.
You need some Uggs and some Starbucks coffee because your
Yep.
white girl is showing?
Because I can't even. I can't even now. Okay. Which one do you want to talk about? Erased, or is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
See, that's really hard because Erased was really serious and awesome. And is it wrong? It's not serious, but also awesome. I mean, you've got Psycho Dungeon Battles and Time Traveling Dude.
All right, let's talk about Erased.
Time Traveling Dude?
Yep, Time Traveling Dude.
Got it.
All right, so first of all, the kind of synopsis of Erased is this 29-year-old manga artist kind of failing at his life, and he has this ability to jump back in time for 5 minutes when something's wrong. And it usually gives him enough time to figure out what's wrong and fix it. Ish. As much as he can. Well, something big happens, and he gets sent back, to 1988 from 2006?
Yeah.
So we're talking 16, 17 years? 18 years? Math. Complex.
Too much maths. Just leave it alone.
2000.
I can't even touch it. 86 would be 20 years. 17 years.
17 years. 17 years
No.
in the past.
Yes.
17 years. He gets
Somebody
sent
do
back.
the math on that and tell us.
Excuse me. He gets sent back 18 years in the past to correct a murder. Actually, 3 murders. And there's the 3 girls, actually 2 girls and a boy, that get murdered. And then the murder stopped for 10 years. Ooh, excuse me. And the people who get killed are actually one person that's really close to him, one of his friends. And the other one is a random girl that just nobody ever talks to because she's in a really rough situation in her life, and another girl is one of the kids that goes to another school right by them. And that made sense in my head, okay?
I was going to say it didn't make any sense when it came
Good.
out of your
Just
mouth.
you talk then.
There are only 3 people that get murdered. One of them is a boy that got murdered to throw everybody off the scent. Okay. One of them is a girl that goes to a school nearby. The other one is a girl that nobody talks to because there are things in her life. And if you're going to watch the series, then I'm not going to tell you the things. Just that the things make you really uncomfortable and kind of want to crawl under the desk.
You really do. So, I don't know, keep going. You're better. Come on now. You're better articulating this I am.
You watched it before I did.
Shh, talk, woman.
So anyhow, it ends up being this butterfly effect kind of thing, where he tweaks something and other things change, and by the time it's all said and done, he ends up facing the dude twice. And the second time is uber awesome. You're kind of going and it ends, and it's awesome. You should watch it.
You should
sit and soak up the anime goodness, and read subtitles for it's a 30-minute show. 12 episodes.
12 episodes.
12 so it's only 6 hours of your life.
Good 6 hours spent, especially if you spend it with a loved one.
Aww.
I was talking about the dog.
You love me. You know.
Talking about cake.
You love
Psh,
me.
whatever.
You would miss me if I wasn't here. If you don't stop tickling me. Ow. All I did was poke you. God, you're such a baby. I would say that we didn't talk to each other like this all the time, except we do.
We do. We actually talk like this to each other a lot. This is kind of our going rapport between each other.
You should see us in the grocery store.
Oh God, we're hilarious in the grocery store.
You know how many people think that we're fighting all the time?
I know, it's great.
I think it's my
People get
favorite.
like offended that we're arguing and bickering with each other when we're not. We're just it's foreplay. I mean, honestly, it's just us arguing with each other for fun,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
loads of fun. But if you have not seen Erased, I highly suggest check it out. I don't want to throw any spoilers out there because, well, they're spoilers. I want you to go watch the dang show and support it. It's pretty amazing. Check it out on Crunchyroll. Let's see if I can't get us, some like Crunchyroll support. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Considering Crunchyroll at this point is probably going to end up with an insane amount of money.
Yeah, and I'm glad for them.
Totally.
So, what were we talking about next?
Is it wrong?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. I have to shorten it because if I start thinking about the full title of that anime,
It's really difficult.
it's really difficult. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls
in a dungeon?
Something, yeah.
Yeah, is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Or is it wrong? It's actually based off of a novel in Japan. And they took the novel and they translated it to an anime. Now, the anime itself is amazing. You have your main character who is, of course, the underdog.
Yes, we attacked on Titan. Actually, he attacked on Titan, and I watched enough to go, yeah.
Yeah.
This is gonna have a giant, like, cult franchise following thing.
It does. Season 2 was confirmed, by the way, finally.
But, not really my cup of wax.
It happens. I'll watch season 2 when it comes out, and we'll talk about it later.
Well, I mean, the anime that I watch by myself isn't necessarily yours either.
No.
No.
So if you get a chance to, by the way, they're supposed to be doing the second season of Is It Wrong? If you get a chance to watch Is It Wrong, you have your main character who is the underdog, weakling, trying to rise up in the ranks of a monster hunter, and he is the only one of his family, because you have, basically it's like the all the pantheons of gods, like Hestia, Loki, the hell is the monkey one? Or not the monkey one, the elephant one.
Ganesha,
and so on and so forth. They're all in there. Pretty much every pantheon is there.
Most of the pantheons are represented in some way. Hestia being Greek, Thor being Norse, Ganesha being Hindu.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Loki. Thor's
Sorry.
not in there.
It would be nice if he was, though.
That would be cool. And then you have Soma, which I'm not sure what Soma is.
I haven't figured that out either.
We should Google that real
You
quick.
want to Google it?
We're gonna Google. Keep talking about it while I Google this.
Right. Because the Googles. See, I'm really curious, so I want to look.
Talk.
Anyway, these particular gods end up having champions to go into the dungeon, and the dungeon, of course, has levels just like any good hack and slash adventure game. And Bell belongs to Hestia, and he is freaking adorable. Klutzy, bad fighter, cutie patootie. Excuse me.
Oh, by the way, Soma is a god that works on numerous levels, all of which are tied together rather strangely. Soma is firstly a plant. He is also an intoxicating drink, which was brewed from that plant as the blood of animals and sap of plants. Soma courses through all living things. He is an inspiration to those who seek it, and is the god of poets. He is also the god of the moon. He is the dwelling place of the
venerated
dead, as well as the divine curse of evil.
For evil.
The ancient Hindus did not differentiate between these divergent aspects. All were the god Soma.
Nice. Okay, so he's Hindu as well.
Yes, he is. He is Hindu as well. Fascinating.
Kind of makes sense.
Why?
Because Hindus primarily in India, which is really near all of the other... It's close enough to Japan for them to want to use it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
It's like they're not exactly really, really close to, like, Finland. So they wouldn't want to use Loki, all of the Norse gods, but Hindu is a little bit more acceptable.
Okay.
Don't nod at me.
I'm going to nod at you.
Don't nod at me. Stop poking me.
Anyways, continue with what your rant was.
I don't remember what it was. I lost my train of thought whenever I got sucked into Soma.
Oh, okay. So you have Bell, and he is...
Oh yeah, he's cute and discombobulated.
And he's Hestia's servant, an only servant. And he is going in and out of the dungeon to earn currency for the family. The Familia. Mythica Familia.
Right.
And on his adventure, he meets a support character, because it quite literally is kind of like a D&D anime. Not like, Sword Art Online or any of the other ones like that. It is like, your very typical D&D anime. You have Bell, and whenever he levels up, as he practices through, he gains more experience, more or less, and his stats level up. And every night, Hestia will take his shirt off, lay him on his belly, and upgrade his stats.
She sits on him and does the thing with the stuff. And
then pulls off like a piece of paper, and then prints the stats out magically onto the piece of paper and gives it to him so he can see how he's increased. And
I love that she prints it out for him every day, though.
Yeah, well, they print it out for everybody.
I know, but just the way that it goes about.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs a folder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless the stat sheet disappears. Unless they use the same sheet every night.
That would be cool.
That would be. It'd be recycling.
We would kill less trees.
That's right.
But first...
Just empty cans.
Go in the recycling bin.
That's right. And if anybody gets that reference, you're old.
Are you telling me that I'm old?
You're older than me.
Shut up, Kelly. Not that much older than you. I'm 14 months older than you.
Yeah, it's still older than me. Anyways. And, so it's very typical. He meets a support character, and he eventually makes friends with an armor maker that makes armor he likes, obviously. And just this huge grand adventure of him getting stronger and stronger as he goes along. Probably not Urge. But we'll talk about that on another show. Gotta save the good ones for later. This is the preliminary episode.
Preliminary?
Preliminary. That's what I said.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Right.
It's really good. You should check it out. I don't want to give away spoilers, but it's really fun to watch. Very, very fun to watch.
It's funny.
It is funny.
It's very funny.
It's
It's funny enough that we're watching it again.
Yeah, we are. We really are. Now, as far as on my side, I am watching Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphan. I'm not very far into the series because I only watch an episode every once in a while. I'm about 8 episodes in, and it's like a 26-episode anime. It's a Gundam series, so it's big, and there's going to be a lot of things going on. Kind of starts off with a bunch of orphans on Mars being controlled.
Yes, as far as we noticed.
Yeah, there should be a second season of Is It Wrong here very soon. They've been trying to get a confirmation date, but they're not yet. So Iron-Blooded Orphans is, of course, a Gundam thing, and it's after the Great Calamity War, so it's like 300 years after anything that would have mattered in the regular Gundam timeline. So this is way in the future. And you follow Mikazuki and Orga. I probably butchered his name, but they're the two main characters. Mikazuki is the Gundam pilot, and he is got zero fucking chill. Seriously, zero chill. I'm pretty sure Hiro Yui, the main character, one of the main characters from Gundam Wing, would probably look at him and go, "Dude, you need to chill," because he's got zero chill. There's an episode where there's a guy tied up, arms behind his back, and he tries to charge Olga. Kazuki kicks him in the stomach and shoots him in the back of the head without even flinching. And it's like, whoa, bro. Zero fucking chill at all.
Maybe someone was disgruntled whenever they started that character.
There's a big reason why he's like that, though. They go into it later. I was told I have not watched all of it the way through, which I will. and I'll kind of give updates as I watch it. But it's really good, actually. It's very good. You know, the cook, or one of the mechanics' name is Biscuit, and his sister's names are like Cookie and Pastry or something like this. It seems like his whole family's named after pastries or something like. And that's funny. I like the way they name some of their characters in Japanese animation.
I've got your 4 basic food groups: beans, bacon, whiskey, and lard. Okay,
Right.
sorry, I had to let that out.
Right, Atlantis.
Yeah.
So if you get a chance to go and check out Iron-Blooded Orphan, it's really damn good, in my opinion.
I'm not a big... Okay, so I like some mech anime. There are several things that I really, deeply love. Some Full Metal Panic and all that jazz. But I'm not really big on the Gundam. Something happens. I start watching a Gundam and I'm asleep immediately. I don't know. There's a couple that... I don't know what happens. I could be upright on a chair of nails and still be asleep.
Burning finger!
Right. And, so lately I've been kind of... I crochet a lot. And somehow I can read subtitles and make things. And I got sucked into Beautiful Bones, which if Dr. Brennan from Bones had a spirit animal, it would be this chick. Are you okay there?
Yeah, good.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
What the hell was
I
that?
was trying to muffle the snort.
The snort. What snort?
The snort to clear my sadness.
Oh.
Keep talking.
It's definitely well worth the watch, especially whenever she goes in to solve a crime, and she's gets all terrifying and scary and then has gloves on. So if Brennan were an anime character, had a spirit animal, she would definitely be it. And it only solves one major mystery, like, it's sort of a monster a week type thing, where every episode has a mystery that it has to solve, but there's the greater underlying mystery that she figures out the answer to, but does not confront. It's just one of those things, you're there, and you're like, we're getting to the end, and we get to the end, and it's anticlimactic. And you feel sad, because there is no more. The other that I've watched, of course, is Trinity 7, and there's just magical girls. It's magical girls with, their magic is tied to one of the 7 deadly sins. So, obviously the girl who is gluttony is a fantastic cook, kind of thing. And the girl who is lust is named Lilith, and she's got huge boobs. And
Fan service.
Yes, and the main character, of course, every time he figures out a little bit more on his magic, just blows their clothes off a little bit faster.
Fan service.
But it also ended sort of abruptly, so there's that thing now of like, alright, so when are we getting another season, because I need to know what happens. And that is the problem with the Crunchyroll love, is that you have all of these shows with 12 episodes, and they don't end. They don't end. They come to this horrible anticlimactic. You've read the first chapter, and now you have to wait patiently.
Speaking of waiting patiently, Magical Girl Rising Project.
Oh my god. Yes, waiting patiently.
So if you ever want to watch a Battle Royale Magical Girl anime, Magical Girl Rising Project is fucking brutal. Like,
or Jane, our daughter, watched a couple of episodes with me. Not a problem until we get to the one that makes her go, I hate that character. So she's, of course, now afraid to watch it because she had a nightmare from one of the episodes and requests updates. So every week I give my 10-year-old an update of what happened on the show. And we sat in the sewing room, I wish I was kidding you, in front of her grandmother, saying the words over and over, I hate swim, swim. And someone should
too.
Kill her. So
I really hope somebody does.
Well, I mean, our daughter basically said the same thing and has requested that I let her know when Swim Swim is dead. She did have a happy jumping for joy thing of cranberries chasing her unfortunately, her grandmother doesn't ask. She just knows.
Because it's not like, oh no, they're killing each other. No. They're like cutting each other apart. One of them gets their hearts ripped out. One of them gets stabbed right through the stomach. Poor Alice.
She's the one that hurt the most.
Hardcore.
Oh.
Yeah, Alice.
That was the one that makes you go, I hate swim. Someone kill her.
Yeah. Winter prison. And so on and so forth. You get all these just like these brutal deaths. It's great. It's great. I mean, I thought Magical Madoka was the no. God,
this is
no.
awful.
This is like next level butchering each other shit. It's awesome.
It is really quite awesome, but the like, can we talk for a second about Weiss being so gender fluid? It was amazing. Like, had to look up whether or not Weiss was a boy or a girl.
Oh,
Winter Prison.
Yeah, Winter Prison.
Because Winter Prison is totally a girl.
Yeah.
And that was, I mean, we've had some like interesting gender fluid characters before, but she really embodied that by being with a woman and all that jazz.
Oh yeah. And you had no clue.
Really cool.
You actually we had to look it up. Like, is Winter Prison a boy or a girl? Because one of them was a boy. Like, outside of his magical girl powers, he was a boy. Whenever he transforms, he's a girl, and they have this rather humorful conversation on the roof about, are you a girl? And he's like, yes, I am right now.
Because, I mean, you have to ask that. The logical question when someone tells you something like that is, do you sit down to pee?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
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 Yeah.
Right.
Anything else you want to...
No. I think we've bored them enough.
You think we've bored them enough?
Yeah. Are you guys adequately bored?
We could bore them some more, I'm sure.
How?
We could read comic books to them without showing them the pictures.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
You've done it to me.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't let me read my damn comic book, so I read it to you until you fell asleep. Then I turned around and read the rest of my damn comic book.
That's what I make him do when I can't sleep. When he can't sleep, he makes me talk to him about the printing press.
Asleep.
It works.
Yep. All right, so if you guys want us to talk about something in particular next week, let us know in the chat or in the comment section. Let us know what you guys thought about this first episode.
If there's anything that you want us to watch,
yeah,
like, let us know. Or
Yep.
let me know.
Let us know in the comment section or in the chat.
In
And
the
we'll
thing.
just go from there.
I would kill it here. I would just kill it. Everything is just dead.
No, it's done. We're
It's
done.
dead. You killed it.
Yeah, I'm
Gone.
gonna cut it up later on the Twitch cutting thing.
I think you really need to leave in the attempt to find a background.
I am.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we're gonna leave in the whole fun part.
Can you see his hair? Not really.
All an anime series.
That's like a...
Erased. Watch Erased next week on my Twitch channel or in the YouTube comments. Let me know what you thought about Erased. 12-ish episodes. Fantastic, so get used to reading subtitles. They're amazing. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought. And then we'll crack into some spoilers at the beginning of the next show.
And you have to let me know how badass you think his mom is.
Right?
Oh my god.
You
his
okay?
mom.
You okay?
It's beautiful.
So there's your assignment. Watch it.
See, I'm not as fuzzy as you are, so I can't, if I raise, it just doesn't, I look insane. Oh, there it is. There it is. And I married this Yeti. All right, I love you. I'm going back to work now.
All right, go away. You bother me. Give me a kiss, woman. You flinched. Wussy.
I did flinch.
All right, now we're going to go to Final Fantasy 15.